All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Batman Radio. That's right, where we go in on everybody and everyone and remind them of basic reality. That's right. Like I said, man, folks is barking up the wrong tree, right? Folks want to really just sit there and, like I said, keep talking, right? Yapping and running their mouth. That's the only thing any of you run is your mouth. You understand? Let me let me put you in perspective real quick. Let me put things in perspective for you, little homies, all of you, right? You want to talk, right? Cool. Now it's my turn to talk. Check this out, right? First of all, right? I attended St. Joseph's High School in Brownsville, Texas, right? Number one thing I want to make clear, I'm a grown man. I'm 36 years old. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to talk about what I want. I'm going to say what I want about whatever, whoever, wherever, right? I don't follow rules. Like I said, we're very clear on what we tolerate here. All we want is respect, but we don't ask, we demand it from everybody. I have no rules to follow. I do what I want, I say what I want. I'm a public speaker. And like I said, I'm going to live my life freely. Okay. These people on this network, for some reason, have something against freedom. And like I said, that's un American. I'm a real American. And I'm going to continue to stand up for you all for your civil rights and civil liberties. And I'm going to continue to stand up as a real American for what's right. Right. So now that we just said that and got that out the way, let me get back to topic. I attended St. Joseph's High School, right? Down here in Brownsville, right? What the Ping one and the brother just did, right, was, I mean, absolutely ridiculous. It was deplorable. It was despicable actions. Despicable. You understand? It was a joke and it showed what they are, right? And it was a reflection on you. And like I said, outside of that, I mean, there's nothing really to talk about further or me to say because, well, you kind of did it to yourself, pal. You exposed yourself. Okay. And in the process, you showed your cards, which just wasn't wise at all. Right. Okay. So check this out. First of all, understand something, right? I may end up working, right? I may end up working anywhere I want, any university, anywhere. I could coach basketball. I could do anything I want to do at any location, right? Anything I want. I can coach basketball. I can coach baseball. I coach football. I could coach every sport. That's number one, right? So, I mean, I could end up working at any of these places. All right. So, again, when it comes to St. Joe's, I'm alumni there. I get every right to speak and speak my truth and say the truth about what went down there, what happened, right? And I was trying to explain this to you and you weren't listening, right? But what's funny to me is that you want to bring up other people and you don't seem to understand that when you take certain actions, it speaks volumes, right? So I just want to say this real quick, right? And this is the thing is they get on here, they act like people can't speak freely. I'm a public figure. I'm going to talk about what I want. My statements are not going to be twisted. They're not going to be changed. I'll talk about whoever, whatever. I will say what I want, and I'm not going to worry about anything. You understand? And that's how this is going to go. Because I'm a public figure. I follow the rules. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going to like stray from certain subjects or be afraid to talk. But these people are talking freely. You know what I mean? They got underground illegal organizations, right, targeting me every day, right? And I'm supposed to feel some way about that. I'm all right. I think I'm going to continue to stand up and respond and speak and say the truth that needs to be said. But let's go over it, right? Let's go over it. Come for a walk with me right now and let's talk about this since you want to really talk. And like I said, they're not offering me any help, any support. They're not showing any love. Where is their mind at? Their mind is still on the same thing that all of them do, where they're jealous. Huh, what? trying to pretend that they're competing or something. You're not competing in anything. And by the way, brother, if you're going to arm wrestle, don't take advantage and literally try to get an angle, right? That, is completely cheating at arm wrestling. You didn't do anything. What you did is what petty individuals do. I just gave it to you basically and said you can pretend you win because I don't care because like I said, I already knew you were going to cheat. And that's what petty people do to try to make yourself feel like something, brother. You're nothing. You understand? That's the reality. Now let's get this matter discussed, right? You wanted to bring up Ernesto. Ernesto. Ernesto weighs about 50 pounds soaking wet. You could tell him I said it. How about that? You said Ernesto is your boss. Ernesto is not a boss of anyone. Ernesto is not a boss, period. I went to high school with Ernesto. Let me tell you something about Ernesto. Ernesto has literally been shaped like a stick forever. He weighs about 40, 50 pounds soaking wet. You can tell him I said it. Okay? You want to talk, right? I told you. I done told y'all, bro. So let me explain something to you, buddy, old pal. Right? First of all, you deal with a company that clearly does shipments, right? If you're moving that stuff around all day, who's to say, and this is just a theory, right? And an idea, and the fact that, my brain works properly and I'm a lot smarter than all you, right? Who's to say, right? First of all, this is what I believe, and this is just the truth. When I went to high school there, most of the people I went to high school with, I'll name them all off for you. I'm naming names: Luis Cardenas, Gus Elizondo, all the ringers, all the people who are nobodies. Eric Gomez, Aaron Gomez, the one who's the fake lawyer over here who was talking nonsense back in the day when I was going through what I was going through. And you see, I'm A-OK and just fine, sister. I'm good, right? All these people do is hate. It's all they do. All we do is stand up for love and righteousness. And we don't want to hear, you know, jealousy and envy every day. These people are wrong. These people are sick, and there's something wrong with them. Okay? I'm going to say this again. Not anyone in that class or any class, anyone who has graduated from St. Joseph's High School, the high school I went to, has accomplished what I have accomplished. Not one of them has come anywhere close to me. I'm talking within a zillionth of what I've accomplished. So don't you think that that should maybe be your primary focus before you start, yapping and talking nonsense? Just saying. This is the thing, and it's weird to me how they all, you can tell that all of them, right, all these people that talk are like registered whats, and they keep talking about it. It's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and nobody does anything about it. Like, none of them do their job. I think what I believe is that I found the truth. I think the truth is that, like I said, when I went to high school there was people like Luis Cardenas. Now, I don't know if his family owns the Cardenas dealerships or not, but he would claim that he was cartel. Okay. And it's a very small world, and you have to understand some of these things could be true. I don't know. Okay. But my point is, and it means nothing, but my point is, there was Paco, Victor. I'm going to bring everybody's name in it. Puig. They would go over to Matamoros and try to front like they were tough, and right. And then they tried to have Puig act like he was going to act some way with me all the time. Stood up right to him. Stood up to, who was it? Oh, I'm not even going to name that name. Stood up to a lot of folks. I stood up to a lot of folks in high school. I stood my ground. I stood up for myself. And the fact is that I won. Anytime that anything happened, or, like whatever transpired, whenever I got in the mix, I won. That's all. When I was in high school, right? I won every time. Okay. And that's the truth. Okay. So, you have to understand, first of all, I don't understand this mentality of when you grow up, you're an adult. Now we're outcasts. Now we're not supposed to be able to speak on matters like, bro, what if I want to be a basketball coach there? I'm not entitled to my opinion. I'm sure they listen to me. I'm sure there's students, people that listen to my channel. I mean, I'm a pretty big figure down here, especially already without trying. I never cared. I might want to coach basketball at that high school. So I'm going to definitely, try to start speaking about everything, and all matters. And, if I can get a way where I can do that and coach basketball there, that would make me very happy. They have a very beautiful, nice gym, right? Um, and that's it. And I would like to be able to work my job without these people and these illegal organizations, trying to bother me or trying to get me where I lose my job. And that's why we have to take those matters to court separately, right? I want to be able to just work. All I'm asking is I want to be able to live my life on a bridge like all these people do, right? And why was I targeted? Because I was successful and because I'm a public figure. It takes a lot of courage, okay, to do what I do, more so than any of you have, okay? Let me explain this to you, buddy, all of you. You're not seeming to listen. You're not seeming to get it or get the point. I'm just telling you the truth, brother. There's nobody who has graduated from there who has come, I mean, within a zillionth of me. Nowhere. I mean, y'all haven't come anywhere close. So you want to talk about it? I mean, like I said, if you're saying Ernesto's your boss, I mean, first of all, Ernesto didn't work hard to get anywhere. Ernesto was handed whatever that fake company is. If it deals with shipments and these people are all affiliated with people who are claiming cartel, which they are, right? Which the other one over here too, what's his name? Is it Ricky? He's fake too. He had a chance to help me when I was trying to get back here and get my check. He was fake, trying to pretend, trying to act like he wasn't in on it with them. They got the other dude. He sits over there and runs over there where I go and buys lottery tickets every day. And I guess he tries to front like he's cool, but he's the one I think that was on the phone. Hold on. Spiders or something. I don't even care anymore. But yeah, Ricky was the one that he could have just picked me up. And I just asked for him to pick me up when I got back. He couldn't even do that. So, like I said, he's another ringer. He's a part of this. He would try to act tough in high school. You're not tough, brother. None of you are tough. Okay. Remember too that I stood up to all of them. I stood up to Twig and backed him down. Okay. And a lot of real stuff was transpiring. Okay. And I mean, I really backed Twig down one day because the truth is, right, that like I said, some stuff transpired, right? I won. And then I told Twig, basically, I hollered and said, "What's up?" And he backed down, right? I've stood up to Victor. I've stood up to Paco. Um, all of them had this kind of fake disdain that they would turn on and off, like all of them. Like I said, it all comes back to the same issue. All of it. Hold on. So again, yeah, it all comes down to the same issue, which is that I'm the white man. Right. And the white man runs this country. This is my land. I say and do what I want, and I could care less how you feel about it. Legit. Everything I'm saying is a fact. I follow the rules when I speak. That's all I have to do. And I don't owe y'all nothing. Why should I be worried or care? Bro, I'm telling you the truth, man. Ricky was never anybody. I think that's his name. I don't even remember these people's names. They're so irrelevant to me. Ernesto was never nobody. Ernesto was just always super thin. He just always looked like a stick. I'm just keeping it real with you. I mean, you want to talk? Let's talk. I mean, I know what Ernesto does. I know that Ernesto is probably affiliated, right? You should ask him what happened and what I did, right, to his friend Neto in football. Like I told you, ask him about that. See if he remembers that. He won't want to talk about that, right? So other than that, I mean, like I said, when you have people that you shouldn't even have an affiliation with any of these folks, And you're telling me, oh, that's our boss. Right. You got corrupt connections. Because Ernesto, right? Ernesto was a part of the same conspiracy. He's a part of the same group of people. And like I said, this is where all this stuff is coming from. I told you, they got corrupt lawyers we've already exposed. Gus Elizondo, right? He's right out here. He's a coward. Sam, his friend, he's a coward, right? Sam ran to security. He got back down and ran to security. He's a corrupt lawyer. What he did with me was illegal, right? They never did anything about it. I never ran and complained because I'm a real man, right? I actually work real jobs, unlike you, right? And I'm not owned like y'all. All those people are owned. You want to know the truth? Ernesto is owned. Ernesto will never be independent or know what it's like to be a man. See, this is what these people do. They all want to front like they're the cartel, and cartel is soft, but I'm the man who shuts down their illegal operations. But they want to front like, oh, they're big time, mob bosses and criminals, but none of it is actually real. None of it. None of it exists. It never did. It never will. It's all fake. And it's pathetic. I mean, you went to a private school, brother. I went to 4 different schools. I went to public school. Y'all wouldn't even be able to go to public schools. Let's get real. You wouldn't. You couldn't hold your own, bro. You're not tough. Public schools were way worse and way different and way realer environment than private institutions. Okay. So they would try to rig everything for themselves, like all of them do. It's in your DNA. And other than that, all you know how to do is be jelly. And like I said, they'll all switch up their demeanor. Oh, I don't like what he's saying. He's saying the truth. That's my job, to say the truth at all costs. I don't care how y'all feel about it. And again, I'll talk about whoever, wherever, whenever. I don't care. I don't. This is my country, bro. You know what I mean? This is the other thing I'm going to state publicly, right? I mean, it's for another time and place, but it's just like when people approach me, I don't care if it's AI, I don't care what it is. When I'm asking people for basic respect, I ask one time. You know what I mean? Like, we're not tolerating people approaching me online or any of that. You know what I mean? Like, people have no business doing so. They have no right. I'm getting real sick of it. Like, these people really act like we're in a world where I can't speak freely. I can respond to whatever. I'm a human. I'm standing up for myself. Like, people have no business approaching me. If you're approaching me, you're already in the wrong. You feel me? Because I told you that's what all these folks do. They sit here, they're trying to run their little Ponzi schemes and they little fake stuff. I mean, the Penguin's brother sat there right in front of me, has no self-awareness and can't think. He talking to Batman himself that shuts down illegal operations in my sleep. And he sits there and tells me that he's basically, I mean, that's what he said. He said basically that they're going to be doing illegal activity. That's what he said. He kept alluding to it. I can tell by his habits he was doing weird stuff. And I told him, like, why are you telling me? Like, don't involve me in that nonsense. That's on you. That's what I told him. And I know, like, they're trying to use like wires and record me. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, I think that's what they think they can do. Like, I think they were trying to get me caught up. It will never happen, brother. I'm too smart for you. So, like I said, when people move weird as that, like, yeah, you a snitch. That's what they are. That's what the Penguin and the brother is. And like I said, you ain't even capitalizing off nothing because y'all have no money. You driving that bucket that's breaking down. They truck broke down in the middle of the road, bro. Are you serious, bro? I ain't never had a vehicle that was, I mean, every vehicle I had was way more expensive than that bucket. So I'm just saying, these are broke people. It goes to show Ernesto never had any money and never will. Who else we want to call out? The fake redhead Luis, remember him? He literally, they would call him, in Spanish, it means skinny, right? He was never anybody. He's a joke. He thought he was doing something big by going to like St. Edwards or something. Then you had Bobby. Bobby went to St. Edwards. Bobby, what was it? Irwin, right? He had like the mother that worked at St. Joe or whatever. So he thought he could push his weight around and he was always literally like roid raging. Literally. Yeah, because he was on that. You remember that? I do. You understand? I remember everything. Do you remember what Bobby did concerning X-Lax towards me? Do you remember that? And do you remember how I had to stay up all night and they did it intentionally before the baseball game? And that was Coco Martinez and that other weirdo, the short one that goes to Gold's too. What's his name? Like Areola, something like that. A little short, squat dude. And I'll see him around. He's just got that same look all the time. It's like Areola or something like that. He's another one. He's a ringer. He's in on it, right? Coach G was another one, ringer, completely in on it. That's the one that didn't want to let me letter on varsity when I had more hits than anyone on the whole team in baseball both years, sophomore and junior year. Sophomore year, I outdid Coco Martinez and everybody in baseball by so far it was unreal, and they gave me no letter. I think maybe even both years they were downright crazy. Right? I didn't actually graduate from there. I graduated from Tarpon Springs High because I left and I went and played ball for Tarpon Springs. No, I apologize. I didn't even graduate there. I went to 4 different high schools. So I graduated in Miami-Dade at Felix Varela. And that's why, because they kept doing politics and weird stuff in sports. I was the star down here. I mean, I used to do crossovers and people said that like something about older women were having chills in the stands, they were saying, from the moves I was doing on the court, whatever the hell that means. So, I mean, I had fans even back then in high school, and the games were taped. Number one, I'd like to request that footage from them because my dad had footage and I lost it all. So if you all have footage, I would literally like I would like to request that of all my high school basketball games so I can make my little mixtape and promote that and I'll get paid for it. See what I'm saying? Because my high school games were off the chain and they probably have them still. Somewhere they're probably stowed away on videotape. They're actually probably on VHS literally. And they're probably amazing. You know, I would love to watch myself back then again, But my point is, all those people have families that are involved in politics down here, but yet all of them claim they're like in the cartel. I remember Eric Gomez completely when we were in high school and how a lot of people didn't like him for whatever the reason was. I always tried to be nice to him. I remember Bobby getting into it with him, and Bobby did whatever he did and won. And I mean, Eric didn't do anything about it. That's what I remember. And Bobby was supposedly white. You understand? I'll tell you everything. Y'all want to start talking, right? Okay, let's start talking. Now it's my turn to talk, though. You understand? Because let me explain something to you, brother. I'm not in high school. I'm a grown man. You understand? And that's the whole thing. When you keep bringing people, like they keep, coming out of the woodwork, you keep bringing up people I went to high school with, right? So people I went to high school with can't get over the fact that I'm successful. What does that have to do with me? See what I'm saying? Like I said, how is any of this fair? Like I said, it's very odd. They don't even want to talk on an even playing field. I can't even open a chat room because they keep having these people do stuff. But then you want to talk and say what you want to say. It don't work like that. We talk on an even playing field. You understand, where things are fair. I don't need to listen to nonsense every day. I know what you're trying to do with words. I don't figure that out. And God continues to bless me more and more. And I'm tired of it, like anyone naturally would be. I mean, these people 24 hours a day, if they could, are talking crazy on here towards me. How is that fair? I don't deserve that. I've been nothing but good to everyone. But like I said, let's get back to topic. Ernesto was just someone who he had everything handed to him, and he's not rich and never will be. He doesn't have anything. If he has that business, I guarantee you it was handed to him. So what are you even talking for? What does he have to do anything? What are you bringing him up for? Talking about, yeah, you can come work for us. $11 an hour. I'm all right, bro. I work for 50 to 70 an hour. I'm an independent contractor, legit, proven in front of you. So what do you mean? Like I said, I don't know what this is about. I come down here and then you act like you're saying something to me, and you keep talking to me, like I said, like I'm struggling. When am I struggling? I'm not struggling at all. Any struggle I go through is because y'all don't donate, because you have your attitude. That's why I'm addressing you. What do you mean? If you would just do your part and actually help someone instead of gossiping behind my back, right? Which isn't a masculine thing to do and men would never do, right? So y'all ain't no men, right? I mean, if you would just do your part, well then, I mean, I would never struggle, right? So what do you mean? You see how convenient they are? You see what I'm saying? So if this is how we're going to be and how we're going to act and treat people, then cool, no problem. They're the ones who feel this way, bro. So, I mean, how would you react? What am I supposed to do? Just keep ignoring it and act like it's all good? It ain't okay. It ain't okay, bro. It ain't okay at all, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy that you feel that way, to be honest. It's crazy that you people think I'm supposed to be scared to speak my mind as a public figure. Oh, you can't talk about this or this place or these people. I could talk about whatever the hell I want. That's why I built this career. Actually, there's no one who's exempt. I can talk about whatever. I can address whoever directly. Like, come on, bro. Why don't we say the truth? St. Joe's is a joke. Always has been. Everybody there was corrupt. None of those people wanted to see me succeed. What do you mean? Like I said, y'all found my girlfriend at the time, right? Monica Gill, right? Who the whole time that we were so-called dating, y'all that family gave me the hardest time possible, or tried to, or not really. I mean, they just always had a chip on their shoulder. Like that's how they literally acted. Like, and because why? Because I look like this. Because I ain't from here. So this is how these people feel down here, and you've made this apparent. So, like I said, you remember what I described, what happened in football with Neto, who's Ernesto's homeboy. Neto's like 3 feet tall. Neto, right? So, why don't you talk about that? If you want to talk about something, I have no issue because I've won all across the board. It doesn't work that you get to run your mouth and then I don't get to talk. Like I said, y'all are grown adults. You say something, quit saying stuff and then running away. Let's talk about it. Yeah, you want to talk now? Huh? Yeah, Ernesto will never be successful. I mean, you're talking to a guy. Let me list off my accomplishments for you for real. And this is nothing. This is an inkling. Bro, I may have spent millions every year consecutively. Independent income, number one, right? Number two, I paid 8,500 in land taxes. I paid bills for years. That's thousands upon that's like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. I paid for a chiropractor millions. Literally, I've spent millions on chiropractors, right? I had a bank account with over $300,000 in the best stocks money can buy, and I chose the stocks and did my own investing. I sold a 50-acre property for $100,000 while these people were setting me up, while I was going through the system, while I was going through everything and people lying on my name and targeting me. While, like I said, these corrupt agencies and corrupt departments sent people to target me online, and they still haven't gone away and just left me alone. Every time I'm trying to even talk, they're trying to say something disparaging, right? And say something towards me, right? What is that? Online? That's not cowardly? All these people show that they're cowards. And then what it is they think that it's like a trap that if you respond, oh, all of a sudden we're wrong. Well, yeah, I mean, if you respond in the wrong way, but if you respond in the right way, no, I can respond all day to whoever. See, I know how to do radio. I know how to do my job. My job is to do radio. My job isn't to sit here and be quiet while you all do all these atrocities, while y'all clearly have something against me, right? But nobody will even have a conversation with me in front of me. I mean, it is what it is, bro. It's just absolutely surreal. Like I said, I mean, name one anybody who graduated from there who has been successful. Coco Martinez, they were changing his grades to make them better, right? They were lying. And he went to UT to be on the kickoff team. He failed. He's a joke. They were changing my grades to make them worse. And I still graduated with a 4.2 GPA out of high school. Figure that. How's that even possible? I'm that smart. Coach Cadriel, we caught him red-handed changing my grades. Nothing happened. He didn't go under. He wasn't like suspended. Nothing. How's that fair? Don't act like that place is even a real high school, because it ain't. It's a joke. And the people who go there are just like out here, a bunch of people who literally claim that they're affiliated with cartel, who I believe 100% probably make their money off of illegal drug funds, right? And basically, drug trafficking, what they claim and what they say, and what makes sense, especially at this point, is what pays for all those people to go to that high school. That's the truth. The drug funds is what pays for all these people to have their little fake jobs, for them to come out here and cut grass every day. That's what they do. They work for me. They have to come out here and cut my grass. And I say, cut my grass, thank you, scram. That's the pecking order, not what you're saying. You people are very, very sadly mistaken. You can't get your facts straight and you're very confused. You understand? And I'm going to have a field day on here exposing everything and everyone. You understand? So, like I said, Monica Gill, right, who was we were supposedly dating at that time when I was in high school. So they caught her with whatever, you know what. And then they asked me, did you know anything about this? Of course I didn't know anything. I had no clue. They told me something about that she, whatever, lost a lot of weight because of something like that or something. That's the most that I ever was told. I didn't know anything going on. Everything, whatever she did behind my back. You know what I mean? And which is sad, you know, and yeah, like I said, her people, that family, the entire time just had like disdain and, you know, a chip on their shoulder. Like, I don't understand what you people think. Like, you're in America, dude. This is not Mexico. You don't make the rules. You just don't. I understand that you think that people are supposed to come down here and bow down to you, but it's hard to bow down to people who are 3 feet tall. You got that? Does that make you feel better? Are you starting to get the picture now? Yeah, y'all folks make this fun. Y'all gonna make this a lot of fun for me. I'm gonna talk about all y'all. Like I said, you feel some way. Y'all keep talking. So how about I respond? What you mean? Name one person that's come anywhere close to me. I sold a 50-acre property for $100,000. What? I bought watches that the president can't even afford. I was wearing Movado as nothing. I literally was wearing the same watch as the president. The watches Obama wear, those are the watches that I was going to buy out here. What are you talking about? So to me, it's just crazy that people would do all this. You ain't done enough. I mean, like I said, you made your phone calls to Seton Hospital. You see what I got to go through, right? Physically. I mean, this is the world we live in. They already tried to do all this to me. And that's fair. For what reason? Like I said, y'all don't do nothing but sit there and hate. That's the truth. How about we expose it? How is that a good look? How is that something to be proud of? And how is that my responsibility? What does that got to do with me? Why am I wrong for responding to it? You're wrong. All you people are wrong. You've been in the wrong since day one. So why bring that up to me? Why say, yeah, Ernesto's our boss? Well, I mean, then why are you bragging about it? Because that's sad. Real talk. Hold up. I mean, that's beyond sad. Real talk. That's pathetic. Your boss is a dude that, I mean, to me, it seems like he's wanted to be in politics forever. I mean, is he even in politics? Like, what? He had everything handed to him. That's what they do. They take the families, raise them, and then they put them into that high school. This is the truth. And then they try to funnel them into politics. The same thing that they were doing with sports when I went to Hill Country Middle School is where I attended, and then we were filtered into Westlake. I had to go to St. Michael's because I was set up by Delos Dodds, the athletic director of UT, when I was on the all-star baseball team for Western Hills Little League, because I was better than everybody at every sport. Y'all talk about TJ Ford. It wouldn't have been TJ Ford had they not done that. It would have been Tyree Sneed. TJ Ford would have been my teammate. That's what y'all aren't getting. I would have been the star point guard, not TJ Ford, because I'm better than him. Seriously. So what are you saying? That's all I'm asking. Like, if you want to talk about these things, I got no problem. We could talk, brother. Because you apparently have no clue who you're talking to, right? Talking about Ernesto. Yeah. And Ernesto, I'm sure, like all of them, has stalked me and watched me succeed over all the years, just like Gus Elizondo and all you fake people that can't get over it just because I was better than him than basketball. You're 3 feet tall. I mean, you settled, right? You settled, right? I mean, you can tell by looking at your wife, and I didn't. So what do you mean? Like I said, y'all want to get me started. Y'all want to start talking. I'm barely getting started. I'm going to have a field day on here, bro. I'm going to have so much fun. I'm going to get y'all so in your feelings. And the best part is you can't do nothing about it, right? And I'm not like you. I'm not a coward. I mean, y'all just literally can't because you're not capable. hmm All you are soft. I mean, where do you get off talking like that? I mean, why not just talk with some respect? Feel me? So again, what do you mean? Who has attended that place and succeeded? Nobody. You had that other dude that was a ringer in that other class that I took. He was sitting there doing weird stuff behind closed doors. I stood up to him, right? I mean, y'all ain't never been about nothing, bro. I remember your other friend, that skinny dude. He thinks he's somebody. What's his name? Oh, yeah, Fernando. Like the Shakira song. Fernando, Roberto. They all got names like that. Fernando, while Shakira shakes her hips and ain't about nothing and is broke. Another Mason who sold her soul. What? Every single one of you sold your soul. All of you. There wasn't one person who didn't sell their soul. Remember that fake chick, Donnie Daniela? hmm Same thing. Felt the same way towards my people. Sat there, entertained Coco Martinez. Coco Martinez looks like the video game character. If you ever played Diddy Kong Racing, Coco Martinez in the face looked identical to the Piggy boss character in Diddy Kong Racing. There was another chick out here in high school. She used to be out here. Her name was like Olivia. That was the one that I was talking, and she said, "Well, you're picking some pretty, up there dudes to compete with." I'm sorry, Coco Martinez and Kevin Cantu. I'm sorry, or I mean, can you not see who's taller, stronger, better, looks better? Like what? See, these people down here, they've created an entire delusional world that doesn't exist. And I'm here to completely expose that and wake everyone up. Let me wake you up to reality. Brownsville is nothing. The valley is nothing. This is a small inkling on the map. There's a whole world out there. Why don't you go make a career for yourself out there and then run your mouth? You want to run your mouth, at least be the real deal. None of you are gangsters. You're not anybody. You're not the real deal. You're nobody. So what's the point of talking about the real deal? I just don't get that. I mean, we don't deal with the same amounts of money. We just don't. You're not in my tax bracket. Literally. I'm being for real. I mean, like, do these people understand? I used to buy cars like y'all go to the grocery store. I still own 5 cars. I own billions in equity right now. Buildings worth billions of dollars, have full access. I own swimming pools, Wi-Fi, all that. They can't do nothing about it. All they can do is just sit there and type to themselves. Hmm I own a mansion in a state. I own over 2,000 in jewelry. I got 530 on my wrist. Got you pissed. I own mineral rights, oil royalties. I'm not competing with anyone. You people want to open your mouth and you want to run your mouth and you want to pretend that you can compete. Okay, well then compete. You got a long way to go, buddy. Real talk. People would have to work literally for, I'm talking, you'd have to work thousands of years to try to catch up to me. That's how far ahead I am in everything in life ahead of you. They keep talking about that. They keep talking about my life, but they don't know me. So my life is beautiful and I got it all and I'm going to rub it in. I'm going to keep rubbing it in because you want to talk. So again, what do you mean? What? Let me explain something to you, brother. I don't care what year it is. I don't care how much time goes by. You will never have a basketball player like Tyree Sneed. Ever. They will never have a class that has a basketball player that's anywhere near my level. They should have them watching my game tapes. The CIA and the FBI right now are going at it, trying to recruit me. This is the actual truth of the world we're in, of the reality we occupy. And these folks are worried and wish they could drag me down. They wish that they could stop my business, right? They're all trying to talk backwards and on some demonic stuff, but I continue to excel every single day. I continue to progress every single day. I hear another dog. It is just crazy. It is downright blasphemous. Why do you keep talking about people I went to high school with? I'm not talking about it. You all literally keep talking about it. It keeps being them who jelly in me, and I'm supposed to sit here and put up with it and not address them? I'm going to address y'all. On here, direct. I have a public platform. I built it. Hell no. Nah. I had enough. You understand? Yeah, Ernesto's a joke. Ernesto's been a joke. All those people that I went to school with are a joke. None of them became anything. Hell, I saw one of them the other day. What's her name? I know all y'all, bro. I saw Andrea. She's overweight. Straight up. Tell you straight up. Y'all want to talk, right? She's overweight. She ain't made nothing of herself. You could tell she's not successful. I mean, if you're even here, if you're in the valley, there ain't no way you succeeded. How about that? But y'all want to talk, right? They ain't never shown me no love. They ain't never shown me no support. When I used to go to the parties, it was the same thing. Fake. Like, if y'all want to sit here, y'all wanted to make it perfectly clear you don't support me. Like I said, I needed a ride just when I got back from Austin. This dude out here couldn't even do that. Like, yeah, we ain't friends. We don't gotta pretend. What? It's like the 50 Cent song. Why we ain't we what why pretend? We'll never be friends. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean? We ain't gotta pretend. We'll never be friends. I don't like none of y'all. To be frank, I never have. Actually. What do you mean? I know who I am. I love myself. I look good. I'm beautiful. What? And I'm half Mexican. What? They be talking. Hell, I mean, I like enchiladas more than you do. Straight up. I'm Mexican, bro. And I'm Spanish, right? That's my descent, right? And I'm white. And I'm a mixture of a whole bunch of stuff. I love who I am. I'm glad I'm not these folks from down here. It's ignorant as hell. That's all they do is spread ignorance. Facts. Name one of them that ever been successful. Like, all I'm saying is quit fronting, bro. If any of y'all was real and you was about something, I think we would know by now. All them people that was trying to play basketball in high school, they didn't move on to have a street ball career like mine. I got a full street ball career. What do you mean? I never stopped playing. I'm the main name down here in basketball. Are you serious? They had folks from them going to them gyms like that one ringer who he'll do like nurse work on the side and then he'll pull up in his fake Mustang, still doing the same thing, driving around doing nothing and act like he's doing something. You people really think you someone? You're 3 feet tall. It doesn't matter what job you work. You ain't never gonna be nobody. How about that? That's the reality. You understand? And I don't ever talk down. I'm talking facts. They think they accomplished something. Didn't you try out for the Vipers in McAllen and get rejected, obviously? You couldn't even do that, right? Boy, stop it. You serious? The Vipers, whoever would do anything to have me. You were never near my level, brother, and you know it. You understand, bro? I used to go to Golds and play basketball and like shut everything down. Would never miss, would make every three. I'm talking from almost half court. I'm being for real. People would watch me like, dude, he belongs in the NBA. People watched me in jail and said he's gonna make it to the NBA. Like, not just make it, I could dominate the NBA. You feel me? And I can't even dunk. I never needed to. I'm that quick. Real talk. I don't got hops like that. I try to work on them, but I never needed them because I'm a point guard. I'm a really tall point guard. I'm 6'2", but I'm quicker than the ones who are smaller than me. You feel me? So they don't have an answer for me. Like I said, man, you want to do all this talking, you know? So I mean, I'm just saying, if you're gonna go online and claim you trolling and this and that, I don't know what you think you're gonna gain from it. I don't know why you would, approach me repetitively in front of the entire world and think people don't see what you're doing. I don't know what that's about, right? And you can kind of see it that like the penguin, he's shook. I mean, the penguin is feeling it now. He's starting to see, I think, that what he's doing in his actions, like you're responsible for your actions, brother. You can't just do that stuff and co-sign that stuff and it be okay. So if you said Ernesto's your boss, okay, then Ernesto co-signed what you just did when you left me at Dairy Queen, right? That's how serious what you just did is. That's a big deal what you did. That's not some stuff you do and then, oh, you come back around me and talk to me. See what I'm saying? You showed your intentions, brother. Like I said, I had to go get checked out today, right? I had to go get checked out today to make sure I'm gonna be okay and I'm still alive. Okay, there's nothing funny about what you're doing, brother. You understand? It's very serious and it's federal crimes. Now, again, this is a public platform. How come nobody does their job and arrest them? Don't tell me that they're not affiliated with cartel. Don't tell me that all these people aren't corrupt. Don't tell me that these officials, corrupt officials out here aren't bought out by the cartel. Don't tell me that they didn't target me and that's why y'all put a pink slip on every vehicle I have. I'm not supposed to be this smart, right? Don't tell me that you don't funnel all these people, right, through these schools and systems, and that they're literally being funded to go there. You're paying their school tuition off of illegal drug funds, and you don't want people to talk about it. Don't tell me that you haven't tried to silence not just me, but every single person that spoke out publicly exposing what you're doing. Okay? Nobody cares. Nobody cares that your corrupt officials are corrupt and that they work for the cartel. You're not powerful. You're not mob bosses. You're soft. That's what you are, all of you. And you ain't real. You feel me? Like I said, I've been in real environments. They have nothing to do with down here. This is a joke down here. And they all a joke. So before you talk about money and you're bragging, why don't you actually get some? There's not anybody within a 10,000-mile radius plus out here that's come close to me financially. Nobody out here has any money. Not to me. Anything you talk about is little money, brother. Bro, they got people that work at these car dealerships down here who act and talk way above their means, talking about they buying out blocks and they're doing illegal stuff, speeding in their vehicles on test drives, right? They think that they're running the courtrooms. Like, this place is corrupt as hell. While they sitting there selling weed, selling marijuana, and think that they're someone and they're buying blocks. So these people really so corrupt down here, they really think that they're buying, that they're buying corrupt officials. That's what they think. That's the truth. 100%. What do you mean? Obviously, officials are taking bribes, right? Isn't that why judges get caught doing it? Huh? Tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm lying. So I'm just saying, if everything works out for y'all and y'all get to be corrupt, how come none of y'all are rich? I have nothing to do with any of that. I make an honest living. I don't deal with y'all at all. I shut down cartels, illegal operations. I've been doing it all on my own independently. I don't ask for permission. I don't I've been coming up against all of you, especially the people that I went to high school with. I've been literally standing up to them and coming up against them since day one and winning. I'm just being real. We run the streets. They don't. I mean, it's the truth. So what do you mean? Why do you keep trying to disguise things and have it being like an awkward conversation in a weird position in time and space? Because you're a coward. All of them. You understand? I'm going to be the dude that really, really explains to everybody reality because I'm real. Like, I can school you on how reality works. I know how to do things. I know how everything actually works. I'm from the streets. There's nobody in the valley that can teach me anything. Okay, partner? You understand? It is absolutely ridiculous that people are acting like they're even serious right now. Okay? It is ridiculous that you're talking behind a grown man's back and acting like that's okay. No, it's not. You understand? And if that's my purpose, then I'm here to change things, then clearly that's what it is. Because I'm here to change things. We ain't going to put up with this nonsense. No, we're not. You know what I mean? So, like I said, when it comes to UT, there wouldn't be a UT if it wasn't for me. I'm who built it. Literally, the whole foundation of it. I mean, same with St. Joseph's. Like, I'm the main name of that place and that high school. Yes, I am. I was the legend. I was in the paper every week. What? Folks want to act like they don't know who I am. Yeah, right. Every week, okay, in the paper with the most points. But y'all want to talk all this other nonsense? What's the point? What? I came up in the time of, like, what's his name? Isn't it like Tiger Padilla? I came up in the time where Tiger was around. He was pretty good. He could play some ball. We played on like a AAU select team from McAllen together. I know Tiger. He's all right. He's got a little better attitude than most of you. I think that he understood reality a little more. I think there's another one named Bobby. He always had like a weird grill up in McAllen. It was McAllen. It was a select AAU team on McAllen, and the same thing. It was all rigged and all political, all politics. Never wanted to let me do my thing. I was always better than everybody. And then they had that country boy from somewhere else around there. And it was just weird. And they would just have him try to do like 3-pointers from the outside. But yeah, bro, I'm not going to sit here and be afraid to speak. A lot of people look up to me. I'm not going to be quiet. at all about anything. I know how to talk. I'm following the rules. I do the best I can. I'm human. It's also crazy that everyone else has been allowed to have an outburst or get angry or upset. But me, I'm not allowed to do that even once. I'm not allowed to be human. This is the truth. Being a public speaker, I'm supposed to not be human. But Christian Bale has a video of him going off on a set. Nobody brings that up. Um, Matt Damon's done it. All them actors have done it. Nobody says anything. How does that make sense? Why am I getting different rules? Why are people trying to punish me because I'm successful? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just telling you the truth. Like, I've dressed better than all y'all forever. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Again, I am not down. I'm in a period of stagnation that God has me going through that built me. I just set 92 world records. Worry about the matter and task at hand. If anyone wants to compete, like I said, Bar for Bar Fitness League is the future. You'll pay me $100 to compete, and if you can't do that, if you can't afford it, then you won't be able to compete with me because you're nowhere near my level. Capiche? It's not difficult. It's not complicated. So, like I said, when you got people like this and they have no sign of humanity, and I mean, like I said, you could be supporting me, you could be paying me. Like I said, them folks could have offered me a real job so I could at least work. I mean, even if it's a measly $11 an hour, let me just work so I can just get everything together again. It's an armadillo. He's cute. You know what I mean? So it's like I got my act more than together, Mr. Charles Wofford. All these people keep talking, but they think they're above reproach. They think I can't say their name and respond. I just did. Now what? Quit talking. Every time you talk, I'm gonna respond. I ain't letting nothing slide. I don't care who you is. Real talk. I don't care who it is. No, y'all want to talk and run your mouth. That's why they send their agents. They literally be trying to send. They take advantage of people too, just like they use people like chess pawns. They do the same thing out here. That's why they send them agents on them little nonsense golf carts. Like I said, where y'all give your money to these slow pokes who can't even run a business. How you gonna pay people out here for nonsense that you can go get anywhere else something way better? Say it straight up in front of you. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. What do you mean? Like I said, when I get my money, I'm gonna go out my way to not give you a dime. I'm not paying for nothing. Like, I'll go golf somewhere else. I'll go golf at the country club before I do it out here. I'm not giving you a dime of my money. I want to buy out every mansion out here and own everything. And I want to own them buildings. That way I can say, you're going to have to go find a new job. Pack your bags, go find another job, go work at Sears. They're probably hiring. Them people never helped me with nothing. All them people ever did was hate. You understand? I'm going to say it very clear. Whoever was hating on me, right, like I said, as soon as I get blessed by God and I have all these resources and all the money, you understand? Like, it's just common sense. I'm not putting up with nothing. I'm in power and that's it. And I make all the decisions. You know what I mean? And that's the way that things work. And that's the way God works. You know, they already told me in the downloads, they said, God will exalt you. That means raise me up in front of my enemies. God told me, okay? God literally told me, he said, I'm going to build a table for you in front of your enemies. You understand? I'm on a journey with God. I'm righteous, man. The only reason I'm even here and able to even keep walking is clearly because of God. I'm going through it physically because of what they did to me when they made their phone calls to Seton Hospital. All this stuff came from these exact people. And you think I'm not going to continue to stand up to all these folks and say what I need to say? I'm sorry, but what? Boy, I don't care about nothing y'all talking about. I'm going to tell y'all the truth on all these people. And ain't nobody going to do nothing about it. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Ain't none of them about nothing to begin with. Like, I'm just saying, everybody that I went to high school with is a joke. And a lot of them right out here, they've been a joke. Y'all ain't never been about nothing, bro. Like you said, they talking about, we watch you every break. You keep watching. You keep watching, because it's going to get a lot more exciting on here because I'm going in. Yeah, like I said, Ernesto is another spoiled, entitled millennial, right? That the family and those people wanted to hand him everything, right? Just like Aaron Gomez and Eric Gomez, right? Aaron Gomez is corrupt. I don't care what you say. Yes, she is. She's corrupt. She doesn't do her job. She doesn't fix the issue with the dust in the homes in Brownsville because she can't. She's not capable. She can't even think. And this is what happens when, again, everybody said in high school that the Gomez's were like, you know, were like drug lords. Sorry, but that's what was said. All by everybody. That's why they had that big house in the country club. What, you want to act like I don't know reality? Come on, bro. Everybody knows reality, man. Y'all people is nobody, bro. You understand? And having a big house in the country club don't make you anything. What I'm saying is, how do you think these people made a living? Because out here, the mentality is scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. They all cowards. They built a system down here to be corrupt. And the reason they wanted to silence me is they knew that I was going to speak up on this. And the fact is, I wouldn't have had you left me alone. You all did it to yourself. What? Like, what with your nonsense? Feel what I'm saying? The fact is, you hear them engines blaring. Okay, one of them is probably a plane, but the other one's a car. That's what these people do. Waste money on gas. They're all doing trafficking of all sorts of different stuff, right? And they're all breaking the law a million ways with sundown and doing illegal activity. They're going to jail and getting right out and continuing their nonsense. I mean, that doesn't make you a thug. See, that's like that guy, the two that were out drinking the other day, talking about we should do a video, Batman versus Thug, but you're not a thug. You're silly. You're a joke. You're looking at a thug, a real one. What are you talking about? See, I don't know what these people think. I'm not even from here. The valley is a joke, bro. Everybody down here is a joke. Nobody respects you. Nobody ever will. Y'all have no empathy down here. Don't sit here and play with me and pretend that I'm a part of your nonsense show. I want to bring up Ernesto. Yeah, Ernesto looks like a stick. How about that? Ernesto will never come close to me financially. Not now, not ever. I own my own car lot. I pay over $100 for it every month. What are these people talking about? What is you saying? Like I said, quit talking to me indirectly. Quit being sneaky and subtle and saying things behind my back or muttering them under your breath. You like use your big boy voice, use your man voice, and say what you need to say. Say it with some bass in your voice. I'm a grown man. You understand? Like I said, these folks is funny. Real talk. Y'all all funny as hell. So, I mean, are you all proud that you have these institutions and schools and you haven't had one person outside of me who succeeded? That's not showing you up? Sorry, but it is. That's what they said in the download. It said it should be illegal to win this bad. Yeah. Oh, I'm winning completely. I win against everyone. I don't know why people even talk to me. If you're trying to compete, you got the right one because you can never compete with me. I don't know what they're talking about. I own mineral rights, oil royalties to date. I sold mineral rights and oil royalties for 10,000. Like what? They said they made up stories talking about, yeah, you got tricked. I got tricked because I sold them at the right time and explained this to you. I didn't get tricked. I made a conscious decision and I won and I capitalized. I don't regret nothing. What do you mean? I mean, common sense, you should be able to use your brain, like Christina says, use brain, right? And figure out that like I have nothing to worry about. What are you talking about? Yeah, sold them for 10 grand. I had other separate oil deals after that, 100%, where they paid me bonuses of like $1,200 to $1,500. You saw it right in front of you. What do you mean? I have to get documents notarized for it and everything. So I don't get what you're saying. I'm gonna always have mineral rights and oil royalties. Why don't we just let that cat out the bag and get real? Well, like, what do you mean? I'll always have it. What do you mean? God is going to bless me and I'm only going to attain more. All the inheritance that was stolen from me, the download came out today that the FBI is apparently coming to visit all of y'all to make arrests to the family members of mine who stole my inheritance. It's happening as we speak, brother. God is real. And I'm here in the best shape of my life and was built by God, and I'm a soldier for God, and I'm the only real Batman. So again, what do you mean? It's not about money, brother. Right now, for me, it's just about getting by. That's it. Whatever money I can get from people I need, please, if you want to support my effort to continue to stand up to all these corrupt people down here, right? All you got to do is donate. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Cash App's right there in the bottom left-hand corner. What you mean? I'm going to continue to stand no matter what. Everybody knows I am. I don't understand what folks is even talking for or talking about. That's all. Want to talk about Ernesto? Ernesto. He was a joke in high school. He's a joke now. Tell him I said it. What are you talking about? Like I said, I mean, if y'all want to talk about someone and talk behind my back, I suggest you put some respect on my name. Carry around your Respecta bottle like salt and pepper and shake some Respecta on my name before you say my name. Tyree Sneed is notorious. I'm an actual ruthless gangster. You're just regular civilians. It's different. We're not the same, brother. I did my thing in Bankhead and the Bluff in Atlanta. Yeah, you're talking to a real one. Let's go ahead and get that straight. I'm not you. You understand? And that's the problem is like, I'm not going to sit here and play games and play sandbox with people who want to pretend that they're from the streets when you ain't from the street, bro. Okay? And like, no. Like, there's nobody down here who's real. And that's what this was all to prove to. All of them. They all posers. Y'all do a bunch of dumb stuff. You do a bunch of illegal, slow stuff. Like what? Like the penguin's brother and the penguin. What's the point of that? Brother, I don't care what you do. I don't care how you feel. I'm just not going to let you drag me down. See the point? You could do whatever the hell you want. I told you what it is, and that's what you're going to do. How about that? What do you mean? Yeah, you want to sit there and you're focused on dragging me down, it ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? How about you be mad? It's your turn to be mad. Now, I was never mad in the first place. Like, I'm just about my respect like I am now. You know what I mean? Like I said, how come they always talking and then they running away? That's what they did. They ran away. You ran away at Dairy King Queen like you run away all the time. You've been running for 2 years. What? I had been told you what it was. I ain't never seen y'all. Y'all never come around. Everywhere I go, they duck me. That penguin was super nervous. Does he know we're here? He's probably watching. Yeah, I watch your channel. Why would I watch the channel of a scrub who gets no views and failed? What? Oh, some guy who's stalking me with his brother and is a grown man and can't get a grip. Bro, I be telling people about you. Like, yo, this dude stalks me. He weird as hell. That's what I do because I'm a normal person. I have no idea why you keep doing it to yourself. You don't make sense to me. I don't understand you. I don't understand backwards people that don't comprehend logic. You're a joke, bro. You serious? You funny as hell to me. Real talk, bro. What? Telling you, man. Everything they do is like when you're not paying attention. That whole thing was weird. Like I said, the thing with the fake arm wrestling stuff was weird. Like I'm sitting there trying to eat, bro. Like you just love to take advantage, don't you, man? Did that make you feel better? Do you feel strong now? Because I got news for you, bro. You ain't strong, and you never will be. Real talk. You ain't never gonna come close to my level. Real talk. My strength is on such another level than you. It's unbelievable. Seriously, I'm an immortal vampire. You're just a regular human. Are you serious? These folks could never compete with me. You know what I mean? Like I said, you want to talk money, we could talk it any day, bro. Like real talk. What are you talking about, bro? Them people tried to recruit me before. Them people tried to sit me down at bars back in the day, and I just listened and went on about my business. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. I don't want your fake little money. My soul ain't for sale. My soul is priceless, homeboy. I stand up to the cartel. You understand? That's all I do, and I shut y'all fools down. And I've been doing it. Yeah. So let it be known, the only one who graduated from St. Joe, me, stands up to all y'all and defeats you. And literally, I shut down cartel illegal operations in my sleep. I defeated the cartel light years ago before I ever even started this Batman thing. What? I'm a living legend down here, bro. They made that movie with Mel Gibson about me. That's my story, the real story. So what you mean? So when these folks keep saying, "Yeah, we watching," yeah, you go ahead and watch, little daddy. You go ahead and watch because you're gonna hear a whole lot of truth. You're gonna hear a whole lot of facts because I haven't even gotten started. Real talk. That's the truth. I haven't even gotten started. Well, meanwhile, look at this. I got to walk and have rocks in my shoe, right? Like, I mean, they're slip-on, they're Gucci slip-ons. They cost a couple of $1,000s, right? But my whole point is, and that's my thing. Like, they got folks running around trying to talk about me some way, bro. I've been rich as hell forever. But my whole point is, I wouldn't be getting no rocks in my shoes if y'all would donate and do your job. So this, I'm watching you stuff. I ain't trying to hear it exactly. Why are you watching me and not paying me? It's weird, right? But y'all want to get paid for your career, bro. I can't wait to get this money. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna use these resources. I'm gonna bless people. I'm gonna help people. All that. But I'm also going to make sure that I shut down everything that these evil people do. I'm sorry. I'm telling you straight up. Yes, I am. I'm going to make sure that y'all don't make no money. You gets nothing now. And that's what I do. I'm going to keep it real. That's what I do. That's the truth. You understand? Why? Because I'm the mob. Actually. See, I'm the only one who's real down here. Everyone else is fake in a cartoon caricature. That's why you don't like me. You don't like me because I come from reality, and you don't. All y'all do is kiss up to each other and have your little conversations behind closed doors and do your little corrupt nonsense. Bunch of cowards. It's a joke, homie. Just like my father told you, use a joke, use a joke. You understand? And it's just funny because these people, they all get their karma, and we sit back and laugh at them. I'm friend to none of you. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm that guy. You got that? You're not that guy. Okay, guy? So yeah, I ain't hearing it. I ain't from here. I'm not a part of your nonsense, and I've run circles around all y'all financially. Now tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me who can compete. None of you. And y'all got to do all that illegal stuff. That's like that fake cook at Texas Roadhouse who couldn't cook my burger right. He was 3 feet tall. He looked like he was from down here. He said he had a problem. I said, now's your chance to do something about it. He ain't do nothing. Y'all some cowards, every single one of you. It's in your DNA. You ain't never gonna be nobody, boy. Tell you straight up, because it's not in you. Your people are weak. You don't know how to step up. You don't know how to get strong. You're weak. That's why when I grew up on Trailside Drive, my dad told me the same thing. He said, nah, my dad said, every time you get in the mix, then folks cry. They're sensitive. That's what he told me about y'all and all your people. It's the truth. You're soft. Feel me? So all that talking about money, I mean, that's pathetic. Y'all judge your self-value and self-worth off of money? Bro, I'm white. We do things way differently. I don't put up with nothing down here from nobody. People know me for putting people in their place. People know my history a little. People know I get busy. People know I get in the mix. People know what I come from. People know I came up hard for real and stood up to all these folks for real on business. That's the truth. I'm just saying the truth. I got down. Other people didn't. Other people just talk and run their mouth. Like I said, you want to talk about Ernesto? Ask him what happened with Neto and me in football. Because I owned Neto. And I still do. Feel me? He's like 3 feet tall. Neto's a joke. What do you mean? Oh, and Rudy's a joke too. Rudy tried to step up too, and he did some cheap stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And he literally got owned. Why don't you talk about that? Then he said, this ain't over. Well, I saw you at La Estancia when I was living out there paying for like one of the most expensive apartments down here. Remember that? And I was stunting right in front of you every day, and you ain't say or do nothing. And you saw me every day, Rudy. So what do you mean it's not over? What? Yeah, Rudy's a joke too. Rudy's like one of the most like just unattractive individuals I've ever seen. I mean, just looking at you in the mirror, I can see why you're mad. For real. What you gonna do about it, Rudy? You didn't do anything in high school. No, you didn't. Yeah, you tried. You sure tried hard, man. I mean, you did that out of nowhere, and you still lost. And then Kevin Cantu even had to tell Bobby and them folks who were trying to lie the truth. He said, no, Tyree won. He said, I was there, and Ty won. So, I mean, I give Kevin Cantu credit for that. At least he said the truth on that. He wouldn't throw me the football the entire season. These people are completely unfair and discriminate. Don't sit here and play with me like I'm not going to open my mouth. Whatever you do is getting put out publicly. Whatever you say to me is getting put out publicly. We done been over this, homie. I thought you listened to the channel. I don't know what these folks is talking for. I don't know what they talking about. And as far as you trolls, please quit playing with me. Please quit acting like somebody is bigger or stronger than me when they ain't. I don't know what you talking about, bro. Like, real talk, it's funny as hell, bro. I will tell any of these people what it is and they will do what I say. I'm your boss. Okay? I run the valley. And like I said, this is just going to be one base for me to run my missions out of. And we're going to come back here and celebrate in front of your face. You don't need to be my friend. Y'all don't gotta like me. See, I went through all the stories and I came up hard and had all the tough things that happened in these clubs and these establishments. That's how we came up. We came up getting in the mix at clubs. Ask about me, homie. I'm not you, bro. I really am the streets. I didn't graduate high school and then say, I want to pretend I'm tough like y'all. I went and graduated high school. I went to the Bluff and Bankhead and survived in the hood, held my own. Went to the detention center, defeated Cassidy's cousin in basketball and was undefeated in street ball. What? I used to run dudes off corners on corners and blocks in the ghettos and actual hoods of Atlanta. I'm just saying we're not the same. I'm just saying I'm real. You're all fake. You're not. Why are you trying to talk to me at all? Like, there's nothing you can say to me, bro. I've done it all already. I'm not you. Some people pose like you. I'm not that. I paid my dues. I did. I paid my dues in the street. I had to go to jail like a lot. I was in cop cars a million times. You don't know me, bro. You don't know what I've had to do in this world to survive. You don't know anything about me. I've been on my own since I was 16. That means the minute I got out of high school, I become a multimillionaire. I graduated separate money out of college. I dropped out. I was a college dropout because I became a multimillionaire. When folks were going to college, I was studying how to build businesses. I started building them. You can't tell me I'm lying because I built this business in front of your eyes. And it's extremely successful. It's just they don't pay me right. I should be getting about at least 20 times the money that I'm getting on here for it to be even halfway normal, if not probably 100 times more. I took this and built a full scale business out of it, made a living, and have funded this Batman project and been the real Batman for 3 years now, almost 3 years. And you think you can tell me something? I'm just saying at some point we need to be realistic with ourselves, right? At some point, I think we should stop just running our mouth to run our mouth and start being fair about who we're talking to. Like I said, nobody who has graduated from St. Joe's in the history of time has been more successful than me or come close to me financially. That's the facts. I'm 6'2". I'm about 165 pounds. I'm a grown man, and I don't care who it is. If you talking and you running your mouth, I'm gonna address you. That's my job. I'm a grown man. Like I said, I might end up coaching basketball over there. You ain't gonna stop me from doing nothing. None of you evil people. That's what you do, right? You sit online. You want to stop folks from succeeding. You want to call all my jobs. Like that stuff's not gonna keep working. That's why it's a public matter now. You never lost anything for me. You helped me. Like I said, I went and got two more jobs, higher paying. I went and made something of myself. You helped me where I had to go and build this business. With your last theatric, that guy got ran out the neighborhood and lost both jobs and got all his karma. And he got G checked to his face and he's terrified of Batman. The people, all these people, I don't care who it is, anybody, all these people that coming up, all these generations, they look up to me. You understand? And I'm gonna be a role model. And if they made it like me later in the future, they should do the same thing. Come back and say the truth. Why don't we say the truth? So I came back and actually blessed everyone and actually helped everybody. I paid for everybody's houses, taxes, everything. What did you do? What? People around me were calling me Daddy Warbucks because I always had all the bread and money. And now I'm about to again all over. I'm about to get more money than I've ever had. And God already told me you about to be the reason and the person that your whole family comes to for money. All over again. I'm about to see so much money. Mark my words, people, it's unbelievable. So you think that I can't coach basketball over there? You think I can't do whatever I want? See, the reason these folks mad, especially down here, is I made my money legally. I didn't have to break the law like y'all little cowards, right? I made my money legally. I wasn't entitled to nothing. I worked hard for every dime. And like I said, I used to sell physical units of CDs. I sold millions of units, bro. I used to sell CDs out here. I made livings doing all sorts of different stuff. You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything about the animal you're dealing with. You vastly underestimate me. Y'all folks is funny as hell to me. So this is what you need to do. Keep my name out your mouth. Don't speak on me like I said. If anyone wants to speak on me, do it publicly on an even playing field and allow me to be able to defend myself and speak for myself. You're talking a lot. You're spreading a lot of misinformation and I don't appreciate it. Okay? You're slandering my name and it ain't cute. So again, I'm a public figure. My reputation matters. And God already told me no matter how hard they try, your reputation going to be solid. You feel me? I'm winning, brother. And I'm getting paid right now. I get paid to talk. Do you? Yeah. So before you act like I'm wasting my time or I'm struggling, no, brother, I'm struggling because that's what it takes to build a business. I'm struggling because when you believe in yourself and you stand up to all these cowards at once, you have to stand on your own. And that's, you're not going to have a lot of money if you stand up for yourself, by yourself. That's a man. I'm building a business. This is my company. I'm building a media company out of this. I'm building several companies, I compound businesses out of all this. So I don't know all this talking about money stuff because how much money you make doesn't even matter. What matters is, do you own your own company for real? Ernesto didn't build that company. He doesn't own a company. He was handed something so he could pretend and pose. That's a coward. That's somebody who's entitled. That's called an entitled, spoiled millennial who never grew up and couldn't go out and make a career for themselves. You want to bring them up to me? There's my response. Anything else you want to say, brother? I made every dime my entire life myself. I'm a man. I make my own money, and I don't turn to the government for nothing, and I don't ask for handouts. So we're totally different. You know how hard I've had to work, and that's why I take offense when people talk weird and say weird things. Now I have every right, bro, because I put too much hard work into this. I've been through too much. I paid too many dues in the street. I've been through too many things physically. I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect me. I don't care where we at. I don't care who it is. I'm not gonna let nobody sit there and talk down on my name. The Sneed name and legacy, what I'm doing is my family's legacy. The Sneeds have run circles around you since day one, and you and your feelings, because one of us stood up and put everybody in their place verbally and told you reality. Now, eat my success and deal with it. Got that? Yeah, Ernesto is a joke, bro. I don't care about people like that. What? I didn't get raised and funneled through politics and given fake opportunities. I had to go make my own opportunities. I'm a cowboy and an outlaw. How are we the same? I'm a grown man that had it hard and had all you people against me. You know how hard that makes it to survive? You have any idea how much trauma I've experienced? Do you know what it does to a person, like Breezy Brooks said, when you have to be homeless? I've had to do that a million times and still be successful and succeed more than you. I've succeeded every state and city I've ever been to. Any venture I've ever done or project, I do separate projects I've succeeded in. What are you talking about? Don't ever say my name. I don't care who you are. Don't speak my name unless you're going to get it right, bro. People can't say my name. I'm not that guy. That's the truth. And what you do is you all hide online and you want to play these games because you know I'm the real deal and I'm a grown man and I'm a gangster and you're trying to provoke, and all that stuff is illegal. So what do you mean? Like I said, I got a federal lawsuit coming. I'm guaranteed to win. I mean, I don't know what you talking about. I don't know why you act like I care. I don't have any respect for St. Joe's. That place is a joke, and I never will. Them people didn't do nothing to help me. You didn't even let me a letter on varsity or JV when I had more hits than anyone on the team in baseball. Basketball, I had more points than anyone. Anyone. I had more assists too. So what are you talking about? What? Luis Cardenas, the only reason that he ever scored in any game that we played was because of Tyree Sneed. So remember that. Literally, I'm the one who had all the assists and was passing him the ball. You might want to get real about who's who in this game. Okay? You might want to understand that the cartel fears me, right? And everyone who's a part of it. And anyone who sells they soul and is evil fears me. And that's just the truth. Okay? So how about we say and spit reality whether you like it or not? You understand? We can still follow the rules. We can do it the right way like I just did, but for me to be quiet, for what? I'm a grown man. Yeah, I went to high school too. I think it's odd that y'all treat people differently after they graduate. I think that's odd. Like, oh, well, now all of a sudden you're totally different and now you don't matter. Like, I'm a human being. I do matter. Like, what? Who are you? You know what I mean? That's how y'all folks treat people, bro. Like, what is you talking about, dude? Like, what? Like, it's crazy to me, man. Like, as much as corruption as we have down here and everywhere, for people to be running their mouth to me, it's hilarious. Because I'm not even an opportunist, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it, and I'm gonna continue to win. I'm gonna continue to expose all y'all and everything you done, and I'm gonna get paid for it. So what you mean? It's the truth, homeboy. These people can never hold a candle to me. What? Did you just say he's our boss? He don't own a business, bro. He had everything handed to him. That don't mean nothing. That don't make you rich. That don't mean you got no money. What? And if you was real, you would be funding Batman. If you had any money, you would put some money behind me, Batman, to be Batman and do what I do. Y'all don't want to work together. So what you think? You gonna win? What? Anybody go against me, go against God. If you ain't on my team, you gonna lose. I don't care who you are. That's what y'all don't get. So what are you talking about, bro? Batman runs the world literally, bro. You want to sit there and run your mouth? That's cute. That's it. It's cute. What? Like I said, y'all don't do missions like me. Y'all ain't real. Y'all don't run the streets. Y'all aren't me. I don't know what you're talking about me for. That's all I don't get. These people were addressed light years ago. What? How you gonna just appear somewhere, sneak up on me, and then act like, oh, now I'm gonna say things and play these troll games again? Like, bro, nah, never happened. Not happened. So, like I said, I don't know what folks is talking about. They delulu. They don't seem to comprehend and grasp reality, and that's about it, man. Like I said, y'all get on YouTube every day and say things that don't exist. You get on here and pretend everything over here is real, and they know it. And again, those folks be acting, bro. The penguin dude, he's soft as hell. He ain't never been in a ghetto ever. There's nothing tough about him, and that's why he can't even go places by himself. That's crazy, bro. You a grown man. You serious? Like I said, why don't you stand your ground and be a man? Like, why you always got to have someone with you? What do they have to do with it? I don't know them folks. What? Like, are you serious? Grown folks, bro, that can't act right, and you think I got time for that? Really? Like, dude, me personally, I just don't want to deal with immaturity. That's it. I'm a grown man, bro. You feel me? So, like I said, it is what it is, man. Let them keep on being jelly. Like, I'm gonna keep on saying the truth. I don't care who feels what way about it. You feel me? Like I said, I mean, let me know when y'all can compete, because you got light years. You never gonna catch up. That's why I set everything up like this, smart one. Remember, I told you all the dots would connect and I would be on a whole nother level. That's what happened. What do you mean? I'm not failing. I'm succeeding. I'm thriving. What do you mean? Sorry, but what? Bro, I'm a genius. So yeah, y'all do you. Don't worry about me and quit talking about me. All right? That's it. All right. Talk to y'all in a minute, man. Stay mad. Like I said, them folks is never gonna understand how to get wealth. You know why? They don't understand the concept of ownership. Oh yeah. And to all you other people like the so-called women from down here in San Antonio and all these other little places that mean nothing, let me teach you something. Quit bragging about you a fake real estate agent and you closed a real estate deal. That means you made at the most like 2-3 grand. That's nothing. That means you're a scrub. That's no money. That means nothing, bro. We don't have to close out real estate deals and be a broker for fake companies like Keller Williams and all that nonsense. We don't have to be wage slaves. We do independent real estate over here. The last property I sold, I made 100K. That's why y'all mad, because y'all don't know how to not be a regular civilian. You don't know how to break free from the matrix. So that's why all y'all should be paying me and spending your hard-earned money to pay me so I can teach you. Smart one. That's the way this works. You pay me and then you get the knowledge, right? And you can't use the knowledge because none of you are smart enough to. You don't even know how to apply it. That's the truth. So you got to keep coming back and paying me so you can get the knowledge again. And it's all different. I don't care what you folks say. I can build a business in my sleep. I proved that. You feel me? I know how to make money. Tons of it. Like I said, you folks won't even let me get started. Give me some startup capital. Till then, be quiet. Don't say nothing about me because you ain't doing nothing for me. You feel me? These people don't do nothing for me and I don't need you to. All these people whine about the same thing. Y'all renters, you moochers, you worry about paying bills and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Bro, I'm Gucci. Worry about you. Get your act together. Feel me? The Woffords. Can you imagine? Charles Wofford had the nerve and audacity to say, tell him to get his act together. I'm sorry, did you really just say something like that? And what is the point of that? Why would you say something that doesn't exist? Brother, I've had my act together my entire life. I mean, when are you going to get it together? I mean, you're literally homeless in a camper. You couldn't even stay in the camper and you're on the run and people are literally doing whatever they want with you and you're just sitting there letting them do it. What do you mean? You got ran out of Deming, New Mexico. Facts. When are you going to get it together? That's what I want to know. He awfully quiet now. They awfully quiet now, sitting there begging for handouts from Jelly Roll and the Rockefeller and the Rothschilds. You ain't never gonna get no money, boy, ever. You gets no money, and literally that's the same thing down here. That's why they act this way, because they go, we go up north and they treat us some way. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. They don't get treated no way, bro. That's the whole problem. Like honestly, like they deserve to. You people go wherever you want. You get completely left alone, and then you come down here, and all of y'all are just the same, bro. Like you know exactly what you are. Like, yeah, you got a chip on your shoulder towards me and my folks. Like, yeah, and I'm gonna point it out and say the truth. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I ain't Rudy. I ain't these other folks. I'm not that weird fake dude that taught at the college at UTB, the one that owns Calypso, the store at the island. Yeah, he's a scrub too. Tell him I said it. All y'all are some scrubs. All y'all fake. What's this acting like we competing? Man, life ain't no competition, bro. Why don't you focus on you, bro? All y'all people grown adults, man. How about that? I'm a grown man putting you in your place. That's what I'm doing. I'm telling you reality. I'll tell any of y'all right in front of you. What do you mean? Who is you? And please stop with the I'm tough stuff. None of you are tough. You watch too much UFC and MMA, bro. I'm a grown man. Y'all folks is really funny out here. Like for real, bro. Like you really need to get a grip. Like get your perspective right and get it right on who you talking to. Capiche? What do you mean? And I'm just like my dad, bro. My dad told all y'all people off. What do you mean? Coach Roser at St. Joe, he tried to pull a fast one on me. Real talk. He tried to do some weird stuff. My dad went and did the same thing to him. That's the truth. My dad said, I'm going to stand up for my son. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't got to talk about it. We all know what happened. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what you mean? But St. Joe shouldn't be talked about too, man. St. Joe's a joke, bro. It's been a joke. What do you mean? Everybody there is corrupt. Everybody there no good. You know what I mean? All of them out of shape. I'll say what I want. And if I want to coach basketball there later, I still will. I'm not going to keep my mouth closed for nobody. What? That's what they do in this country. Oh, you a public figure. You're not entitled to your opinion. We're going to take away your freedom of speech. No, you ain't. You want to bet? No, you ain't. I'm going to say what I want and I'm going to keep saying what I want. How about that? Now you got one that's really going to stand up for himself. So now what you going to do? Huh? Talk about corrupt officials like they got any power, like they tell me what to do. They watch me do what I do and they have to sit there and watch. And half of them support it. That's the truth. What do you mean? Like, what? I'm not on what you on. I'm not corrupt. I don't work for people and nobody works for me. I go out and I do what I need to do every day as a man on my own 2 feet, right? And everybody else should do the same. You know what I mean? I think that's why you folks are so in your feelings all the time because I think you know you corrupt. That's what I think. I think you know. I think that I mean it has to affect you and your soul whenever you corrupt, whenever you bow down, whenever you do something that's wrong. That must affect y'all, man. Honestly, I feel sorry for all you people. I'd feel sorry if I was you. I would never want to be you. You understand? I love myself. I made the right decisions in life. You want to talk about money and struggle and hell, partner, listen. I'd rather struggle than be in the military like half of y'all. All the stuff these people did in the military and to other countries, you think that that doesn't stain the soul? It does. That's my number one rule I never break. Like I care about my soul. I care about the fact that I know I'm going to heaven. I'm a man of God. I stand up for what's right. Completely. I'm completely incorruptible. Just like Joker said, he said, "You're truly incorruptible, aren't you?" You understand? This is what happens when an immovable object comes against an unstoppable force, right? You folks is funny. Okay? So, yeah, like I said, keep my name out your mouth. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care about the valley. All y'all are small time. All y'all are fake. And that's what it is. Anybody listening to me, like I said, I'm the real deal, homeboy. Like, what's up? I just don't get it. Like, ain't nobody talking to me. What do you mean we watching? I'm sure there's a lot of people watching. Do I care? I don't care who listening, who watching, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I done told you what it is and stop recording me without my permission. I'm not talking about fans. You can do it all you want. I'm talking to that ping one. You understand? Real talk. Like, we got nothing to talk about, homie. We're not having no more conversations at all. I would never let somebody come around me and start saying delusion. That's just crazy, bro. Like, bro, I sat there, I tried my best. People look, see, I tried to be nice, I tried to be cool, and there you go with your nonsense. I'm all right. Feel me? Keep that moving. So, like I said, I got a business to run. I'll continue to run my business right in front of you. You'll do nothing about it. I'll continue to be successful, and that's about it. Like these people is really getting online, bro, and typing stuff and acting, and they saying little things under their breath like I'm supposed to be scared or something. Scared of who? Sorry, but what? Like, golly, bro, these people delusional. What? I'm Tyree Sneed, bro. Yeah, you must have forgot who I am. Yeah, y'all funny, bro. Anyway, like I said, I got better things to do, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Stay mad, stay poor. It is what it is, man. Get educated, bro. Real talk. Oh, and get out in the real world, man. Make something of yourself out there in the real world. Don't get mad at me because all y'all stay getting your karma and all y'all failed. I'm not in no competition with people who are overweight and half my size. I'm not in competition with people who are 3 feet tall. And I'm not in competition with anybody who from Mexico. Let's get real, bro. You're all a joke. I'll tell you straight up. What do you mean? What? I mean, you've been a joke down there. All y'all do is do it to your own down there and do it to yourself. What do you mean? We sit back and laugh at you. What do you mean? What's all this fake laughing? And then I literally let them all know right in front of them, and then they put their head down. That's the truth of how it's gone. It's the truth. What do you mean? I'm telling you, they've been sending all these agents, these little homies come around trying to act like they don't know where they at, getting on their phone, talking about nine. And why do y'all keep talking about so-called women? Why y'all keep talking about all these things that I never had a problem getting? I don't get that. Like they really acting like they fronting or stunting on me. Like your whole generation don't even know how to front and stunt. Y'all is lost. Y'all sound silly, bro. What? They try to tell something to the last guy they could ever tell it to. That's like right now if somebody said, "Oh yeah, you homeless." Yeah, okay. Whatever you tell yourself, pumpkin. I don't have nothing to prove to you. How does that make sense? Why would you tell somebody that it's not true and you know it? While you literally try to dismantle that for all these years every day and you've had no other focus, bro. You silly. Y'all are slow. Real talk. What was the other thing? Oh yeah. Oh, he's struggling. He don't make no money. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. I say he ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. But yet he keeps making checks, and I can show you all the checks they done printed for me. I make Masons pay me. I get a check all the time on here. I've got another check already established. They're gonna have to cut my check and print it. That's all that matters. Like I said, I mean, unless I get more donations, I'm not going to pay the phone. I get donations, I get my check. I end up making more money than most people who work their regular jobs. I end up making more money than all of y'all put together. I definitely make more money than all y'all on YouTube, even the Masons, even PewDiePie. All that stuff is lies. They don't make money. Mr. Beast don't make no money. He's a sellout. Sold his soul to the devil. That's a beast is a name for the devil. Y'all all a joke. Like what? Y'all talk about Jake Paul, Logan Paul. They fell off. They broke. Takashi 69. He fell off. He broke. Diddy's in prison. Jay Z's gonna end up in prison, and he's already getting his karma. I mean, look at him. What? He just had a deal that failed, and the deals are fake. They're not real digits, and they don't get any of that money. I'm not a Mason. If Christian Bale was rich, why is he so mad on the set? Rich people don't get mad. They don't, unless they a gangster in the mob like me. Then they get upset because they get to do whatever they want because they stand their ground because they a man. Christian Bale ain't no man. He's a height. He's a good actor, but I mean, he's not me. What? I'm a lot taller and stronger than Christian Bale. We need to get real with ourselves here. Christian Bale isn't Batman. He just plays one on the set in the movie. He's an actor. I don't understand where the confusion is. I mean, we're totally different individuals here. I mean, these people are really acting like we're not living in America. I mean, this is America where the white man runs everything and he says what he wants and nobody will do a thing about it. That's where we live. That's where you're all at. And half of you are infringing on this territory, on my land. How would you say anything to me? What? So yeah, like I said, before you bring up all these people and bring up people like Ernesto, right? Ernesto was always super skinny and should probably eat something, right? He needs a ham sandwich. Ernesto is broken poor. Ernesto never had a successful campaign. Ernesto will go to these places, I've seen him, and pretend that he has money and he doesn't, right? And I'm sorry, but I'd be willing to bet that he's involved in illegal activity 100% because it's kind of obvious. And if he works with the Penguin, who's responsible for what he did to Sonic, to Tia, and what he just tried to do to me and failed because I'm an immortal vampire, so you co-sign that, Ernesto. So what do you mean? Aren't I spot on and correct? I mean, like, what? Like, I don't get it. So people just let y'all do whatever you want. At some point, man, that stuff is not going to work. You always have real people who have to actually like live real life and do real jobs, and like that's what happens. Then people get caught up. Eventually, it catches up to them, man. Like real talk. You know what I mean? So I could care less what you talking about or what you had to say, any of you, and it just is what it is. Oh, and I found something else out too. You remember how I was talking about if the mayor corrupt, I'm gonna find out? Well, I already found out that hypothetically he works, I believe, or owns a shipment company. Do the math. If they own a shipment company and that's the mayor, you gonna tell me that you don't think that they're moving drugs on them shipments? Cha-ching! Batman is the world's greatest detective, boy. You better get real. I'm going to do a whole ton of research on that too, and I'm going to come out and speak about the mayor of Brownsville, publicly. That's the next thing coming. hmm You're not getting it. You people now are just under the magnifying glass. If you make one wrong move, if you do anything wrong, if you're doing illegal activity, Batman's going to find out. That's how much power I have. Do you understand? And the fact is that not only do I have the power to shut down illegal organizations and businesses because of how smart I am and the genius I am and how strong I am, but I have the power to have people like that mayor lose his position and have to resign. I have the power to lose people their jobs. Yep, that's the power with public speaking. Now, let me teach you something. In society, when you're a Sigma alpha male and an alpha male, right? All y'all like to use that terminology, but backwards. If you're an alpha male, you speak, right? And that's what attracts everything. The public speakers are the movers and shakers of this world, brother. The valley is nothing. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I run the game. I own the coin, man. You feel me? I run the game, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. It's called being a genius. Like quit worrying about talking down and start, listening and learning how to be positive. Maybe you'll get somewhere like me. No, I'm successful. I'm where you want to be. I'm free. I'm good. I'm Gucci, and I get to defend myself publicly with words, verbally, and I follow the rules, and I build my beautiful life more and more every day. And I've been through absolute hell. If you got something to say to me, whoever, like I said, say it in front of me. That's all. You know what I mean? Like have some courage. Like get some mustard and muster up some courage. Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show with Eustace Bag, who lives in the middle of nowhere. But crazy stuff happens in nowhere. It's up to Courage to save his new home. Y'all folks is hilarious, man. So yeah, like I said, you can go run and tell that to Ernesto, and he can listen to the show and see how he like it, right? And by the way, you'll be paying me when you listen to little homie. But I thought y'all was gangsters. Yeah, right. Anybody who graduated with me is not a gangster. They're a joke. Okay, all them folks know what it is. I'm just telling you the truth. So, like I said, we don't come from the same walk. We're not the same person. I'm real, you're not, and that's the way it's always been. That's the way it was in high school. That's why I always stayed to myself and listened to my rap music. Ask them. I looked like Eminem, and I stayed to myself and listened to rap music. That's all I ever did. I didn't like none of them folks. All of them were no good, and y'all be switching up your demeanors like everybody. It's really corny. All right. Talk to y'all later, man. Stay broke, stay poor. Like I said, we're going to continue to get rich, and that's it. God's about to bless me, and you're going to cry. All right. Talk to y'all later.